Testing, 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 testing. Testing, 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 testing. Testing, testing, live and in stereo. So, just gonna put out the famous. One second. On Patreon as well. My goal next week is to actually stream for 2 hours a day. I hope everyone is having fun. I'm having fun. I mean, at the end of the day, doesn't matter, right? No, but seriously, I do like streaming, so continue it. There we go. So, where we left off, we're gonna add a moon now. I just need to, cause I couldn't find it yesterday. I am so retarded. There is. Perfect. Then the question is, do you want a full moon? I will have to fix this. I realized that it's gonna be look, it's way smaller than a mountain. Soon, we'll scale this up by like 10,000. Awesome. There we go. I don't know how big does the moon actually get in Iceland. Let's double check. Oh! AI or Mew? The moon is exact same physical size in Iceland. That's not okay. It assumed I was a moron. I guess it's right, but that's not really what I meant with my question. However, it frequently looks much bigger in Iceland due to a combination of latitude and security. So it's really big. That helps us a lot, doesn't it? I mean, not that big maybe, but, you know. Let's see, there we go. I am thinking of just... I don't like how this window looks right now. Anyway. Bruh. Stay with me. But you know, some default line. No, just word it down. Does it even have an emission? It does, it's like super low. It's give like 2000, like 2000 million or something. Now, do a pale moon or warm moon? You might think it matters little, but it matters a lot. You see, colors and horrors of a thing idiot is this. So some of you might not notice, but most of you do. Was about to redo some renders for Holy Essay with Ratri, the crazy tie shaped. Because in the scene she was in, she was too warm colored, so I had to change all of them. Alright. I'm still thinking. It is fine that nothing is going on the left side here. That's like fine. Because I am a mouse printer. The things left is just because we need that room for stuff, right? So but I do think I want to whoops. Oh yeah, I adapt enough, you know. Let's do that and then scale this motherfucker. 200. You want to sit by the full window, right? You don't want it to like this. This is what you want. That's exactly what I want. That's nice. Let's see now. Because now I have so much more room to put in stuff. There we go. To put foreshadowing on the table there. I do want to put foreshadowing on the table, but what's the question? I realized something that I need to, because the irony, I realized I with the text. So I can actually do this time. There we go. Demo, yes. No. I'm fine with Skidmoon. It looks like it's caged. So I'm fine with it. But cool, now you guys see the Barney is gonna be able to fit over her head. Word. But this means I have to do this. So the text can be shown too. Of course, but it stood up. Shitado. Now everything can fit. Okay, so it has to be something modern. On table. This is hard. Oh yeah, this is by the way like 50% of what I do. I sit and Yes, okay. You know, come up with metaphors and stuff. So I'm thinking what the perfect metaphor would be to put on this table. But as we are modern, so people don't get confused. They don't think this is a Western or something. They understand, okay, this is, modern times. Or 2011 face. A phone? Maybe? Okay. Okay, so now I have to Google like most people. I got two. Oh yeah, that's true. I have. What is the biggest modern technology that signifies the 2010s? It would be a smartphone, but surely there's something else. That's other than the phone. Otherwise, it's fine. The phone is fine, but well, Netflix and Spotify. My finger 2010s. What I was doing? Yes, I was in high school. So the technology, like, yeah, sure, it was, oh damn, Gilson. No. It was the phone for sure, but yes, I think it's very cheeky and it's like, but it'll work. We just put a pad there. I have an idea how to make it work in museum. If it will let me. My favorite gadgets. And do you know what I hate about this resource? My favorite gadgets. Is that for some reason the tablet is skewed wrong. And I do not understand why it is. But I realize something. This will work in my favor. Please say, oh, thank God, it's just Yata Yating. Yes, that's what she's called. The mysterious Yata Yating. Who could she ever be, guys? There we are. So we get a little modern twist, I know. It's gonna change the screen. That is cool. Let me establish check so I don't show. Possible. Cool. What do you want to show on this one thing? Ah! I can show this. I don't have to. I was gonna do a pay up, but then I was like, nah. Let's see these things. Also, that emission color. That's it. This is the yeah, since it's shown that she does research in a pad. It works. Simple, but it works. Cool, I might disappear now. No, not yet. I realize what to do. What's that? Now we need to do the lighting. Anyway, there's a superior lighting resource I have for ghost lights and it's superior than the other one I normally use. The problem with it is that it always, for some, every time you show it in, because of the bloom filter, if just a single piece of that light shows, it ruins the entire render. Because it just, it's something to do, I think, with how they did what's it called? They changed the way in it, like, isn't this cool? Yeah, GeForce or the graphic card, essentially. For the longest time, it had like a little setting that went, it was almost like a bug, right? And it made it possible that the ghost lights really well in DOS. But then they updated DOS. Or NVIDIA rather updated their drivers 2 years ago, so now it's impossible to use that one. Which is a shame because all the glowing balls and everything I showed for magic now doesn't work. So I had to use shaders to shade the particles. It takes like 2 minutes longer, but so that's why there was a time there for a year, almost 2 years, where I didn't show any magic because I didn't know how to replicate it again. But now I realized I figured out how to do it. So now you obviously just want to show a part of her face. So you know what, I'm not gonna S-rotate this at all. I'm gonna do that instead. Why is it so cringe? So this is the best lighting resource, but it's just a hassle to fucking use. Yeah. And light colors begin. So they're cool. And that emission strength 115. 15 is enough. Of course, this is what I mean. I will show you later. I will disappear for a while because it won't be able to handle all the things when I render this or upgrade it. But I realized something I forgot to change up from it, so I don't know what a render sub D is, and pointer being that you can't have it on because if it's too high, it's something lighting something calculating how it hits the character and stuff. Let's go. That's the other side. You can barely hear me. It's the still right? Was supposed to make the five. What's wrong? Life what I guess in old work. If you comfy. And what is songs yours to the mind. Mrs. Green for lots of days. See this? Game was against need to find something really quick. But the point there being is that Connie we can't see her at all. So I think I want to do a rim light for her, but not with these things because, as I said, they suck. These are the ones that always work. So we're gonna do a rim light for Connie, and then I'm pretty happy with this one. And we're gonna add snow too. There, Mac. So I'm like stuck between a rock and a hard place right now because I can't always render this while streaming, and that's the problem. So what we're gonna do is that I'm gonna fix the Connie thing and add the snow. We're gonna look at the render, and then we're gonna go in and see what we need to do for next time when we're gonna put the render in. I might do a poll later to see okay, which version do you prefer on my Patreon, of course. And if everyone says, no, I want it to be 3D renders rather than the AI proc thing. Or a 2D artist. Maybe. You know what, let's do the proc imagine thing for now, and then later what I will do is that when I get the proper artist, we will do the free versions then. We will do this is just normal fade render. This is an AI version. This is the artist's version. And I won't even say which one is which. And then my patrons will decide. But for now we will do so. We have at least symmetry within the art style. Because later when it gets real, when okay, now I have to do the art style like proper. Then anyway, let's just get our snowman. Let's get my snow. Give me that one. No, that one's a bad one because in the here, perfect. This is the one we want. What the hell? So I didn't even get. Oh, whatever. Let's just do this one. But it's in scale. What the hell is going on right now? Okay, there you go. Perfect. But that's true. I remember now because and he has added more. Great. Let me set this down display. Of course it's X. Why wouldn't it be X? There is some snow here and I have no idea what resource is at right now. We get disaster update. Like that, right? Did it. Here, there's snow here. Oh my god. Let's put that behind. We'll give you long that for him. Snowfall parts. Okay, that's that was a lie. But is this? It's just a finger scale? Holy shit, that looks bad. Oh no, that looks so bad. But it will work in the distance. I can't use it for when it's not in the distance, I'll say. Okay, now. Conniving light. Right behind her. Lucky you got to see some of her, you know. Right there. Do I have this? Oh, then I think, yeah. 250. I'm just gonna hide the wall. if I'm allowed to do anything. So I need to see where that. That's fine. Okay. Now I will disappear for just a couple more seconds. So and the light is no. Like get off. But perfect. That guy face. That is. But when we're doing this, I'll tell you one of my favorite ghost stories. Not the whole thing, but it inspired a lot of my work. It's a Stephen King one, and it's about a guy who, how to say it? He don't understand why this ring light won't work. It's right on her too. Maybe do red. You know what? I think that's better. So I'm gonna disappear now for a couple more seconds. You know what I think I'll do? On Saturday, I will do the Autumn one too. But as I said, I can't really show it. Because I need to... Also, when you do the... You know what? No, I will stream and do it, but I won't show it on screen. The thing is that... For instance, there's a... You know a scene when someone undresses? I've done plenty of those. But you have to sort of go in and out of to show nudity and stuff, and I'm not risking that, man. I'm not risking that. So I might disappear now. There we go. Let there be light. Please. Yes. Now we can at least see kind of thing. But we can't see a shape of it. Let's make out thing from a shape. So we have to generate in. It's it. But how you the just in right heart. Alright. Oh shit. So we got put the dot over the I now. And I was realizing it as I was, doing all this, is that you want the post-apocalyptic feeling too, right? Or dystopian feeling might be the right case, so... Do I want to show the castle in the background, or do I want to show... No, I want to show this, I know. Which one to take? Because the atmosphere in Lunchtown and Castletown is like oppressive bureaucracy, but it can never ever be Soviet. Because there are some places, I mean I love my country Sweden, right? But there are definitely places where you go and you feel like oppressive bureaucratic buildings. I was in Dresden recently, lived there for a while. And anyone who's been to Dresden knows the feeling. You have these beautiful, beautiful buildings, and then just boring apartment block. But this is perfect for example nearby. Then Dresden does something that Stockholm does not, or Sweden, is that you can put it up a notch and you see a Soviet building, a Soviet block, and you can never go that far. Because Iceland was, never communistic. They have done some weird things there, but never communism. Maybe I do one of these. No. The things I have like low-rise buildings, you've seen them in Holliswas, and in the beginning I used them like for the street where Leander works. But these ones... because I... Wait. Do I want this? Maybe. No, I want that. Okay, here it. Prop. Urban living. Large building. Music second for me now. This that boy comes in. Oh, bien. Oh, it doesn't have playing it. One place peek up from behind. But wait, this is how most of Castletown looks. Yes, these fucking boring buildings. So, because I remember I was doing Autumn Boulevard and like a bunch of people were like, oh my god, we still haven't gotten to Castletown, and I'm like, you don't want to go there, bro. It's boring. Like, yeah, okay, in the beginning you have the suburban kind of outlook, but like the majority of inside is just boring. It's Nedgetown that's interesting. Yes, it shields the moon. Oh, there we go. I remember so much of my, let's say, inspiration came from where I lived in when I moved to Stockholm. We lived with me and my dad. We lived in the suburbs, and we on the top floor of one of these buildings, right? So I don't have a hate for them. Not necessarily. I think everything has its place. So I wouldn't say, okay, it's wrong to say this type of building because the building I was in was like standard for where you would find it, and it was like very beautiful where I lived in that suburb. And on the top floor you could see like a Stockholm laid out, like a sprawl in front of you. And if you went to the balcony, you could see the globe. And I will show it another time, but the globe arena is like part of this cityscape. And it was just, you could just, when it was like moon out, you could just open the door and you would just see the moon. Oh my god, it was so beautiful. Much more beautiful than from where I am. And most people will be like the opposite, like, oh my god, you grew up and it was so beautiful, sure, but the Stockholm skyline, when it's like, nothing beats it, okay? It's walking Stockholm. Like, nothing beats that. Anyway, enough reminiscing. Let's talk about my future instead. It would be fun to get like a slam gun to see what they feel like. Do they hate me? No, it's Greenland that the Trump wants. Yeah, I remember. Perfect. That's just cinema. Perfect. Awesome. Madame. So I said, I'm just gonna double check here what else I had left. But I think it's just implementation of the cards now, the textures of them. But it's nice doing this detour. They said I had just fixed, so cool. Ready to go. Alright, but that will be me for today. As of next week, almost next year. Next week I will start streaming longer hours. And that's it for me. So long, and good night.